"Continue to seek for this man, sir," said the king to the minister of police. "For if, as I am all but convinced, General Quesnel, who would have been so useful to us at this moment, has been murdered, his assassins, Bonapartists or not, shall be cruelly punished." It required all Villefort's coolness not to betray the terror with which this declaration of the king inspired him. "How strange," the king continued with some asperity. "The police think that they have disposed of the whole matter when they say, 'A murder has been committed,' and especially so when they can add, 'and we are on the track of the guilty persons.' Sire, your majesty will, I trust, be amply satisfied on this point at least." "We shall see. I will no longer detain you, Monsieur de Villefort, for you must be fatigued after a long journey. Go and rest. Of course, you stopped at your father's." A feeling of faintness came over Villefort. "No, sire," he replied. "I alighted at the Hotel Madrid in the Rue de Tournon. But have you seen him?" "Sire, I went straight to the Duc de Blacas." "But you will see him, then?" "I think not, sire." "Ah, I forgot," said Louis, smiling in a manner which proved that all these questions were not made without a motive. "I forgot you and Monsieur Noirtier are not on the best terms possible, and that is another sacrifice made to the royal cause, and for which you should be recompensed." Okay, this is confirming some stuff we've talked about in the last couple episodes about the king's awareness of Villefort's father, Noirtier, and their relationship, and the king acknowledges here Villefort's sacrifice to the throne in terms of his strained relationship with his father, saying that it is another thing in which he should be praised for, showing his loyalty to the throne over familial matters. But I also said in the last chapter and in this chapter we would talk a little bit about who was Louis XVIII. I can't speak French, as we know by now. Louis the 18th. Who is this guy? Why does he matter? Let's have some historical context here. He is the first king to be restored after the French Revolution, after Napoleon was exiled. He talks a little bit in this chapter about Louis XVI, who was Louis XVI. If you're wondering, like me, well, how do you go from 16 to 18? Wasn't there a 17 in there somewhere? There was. But apparently, after Louis XVI was executed during the Terror, we talked a little bit about Robespierre. He's been mentioned in the story within the text. I've mentioned a little bit about him as a major figure in the French Revolution, and spurring on the Terror, which was this period of time in which there's a lot of political executions, like Marie Antoinette. I'm sure you've heard of her. Who was married to King Louis XVI, or King Louis XVI. They were both executed. So the 17th, Louis XVII, was the son of Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Now, according to the monarchy, he would have been the rightful heir to the throne, but since the monarchy was overthrown by the revolution, Louis XVII was never crowned, because while the monarch saw him as the rightful heir, the revolutionaries did not. And he actually became a prisoner of the revolution and died as such. And so, okay, follow me on this, if you will. Okay, Louis XVII, the son of Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Okay, they're killed in the Terror. Louis XVII is a prisoner and killed as a revolutionary, never crowned king. Okay, he doesn't have a son. And so how do we get King Louis XVIII, who appears in this story? He's actually the uncle of Louis XVII, the brother, I guess, of Louis XVI, King Louis XVI. So he declares himself Louis XVIII. This seems to be playing pretty fast and loose with this idea of divinely appointed families and bloodlines to the throne. Like, if God is appointing the bloodline, and therefore anyone loosely attached to that bloodline can just kind of claim themselves rightful heir at a certain point. Like, I don't know, how far back does that go? Because aren't we all sort of connected? Like, can I claim myself to be King Louis the, I don't know, 117th at this point? I'm sure I have some sort of French connections, going back millennia. Anyway, all of this royal monarch stuff really confuses me, and I find it kind of ludicrous, but that's just me. Anyway, this has been a long and confusing episode. We'll talk maybe a little bit more about King Louis XVIII in the next episode. And stay tuned for the end of the chapter, because I have a special announcement, something pretty exciting. Okay, I'm going to end today's episode. Thank you for listening. I'll see you here tomorrow for more of Chapter 11. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.